Hi, this is Kerry Artek with the Daily Apple Report for Wednesday, March 1st, 2023. Before I rifle through all the charts, just want to encourage you to check out, actually, the Daily SPY and Daily Triple Q Report for Wednesday, March 1st for free on YouTube. This is something that's we put out every day on wickedstocks.com, part of the subscription package. But we're doing so today because it is the 1-year anniversary that we actually started the paid subscription content for both the Daily Triple Q and the Daily SPY Report. Check those out if you would. You'll take a look at them. Maybe you'll be interested in subscribing to wickedstocks.com because they come out every day like these do. We also do a weekly analysis in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100. I could go on and on. I think you hear me say that quite a bit. But check it out because that's a freebie and you might be interested in what's happening in the Triple Q or the S&P. Let's take a look at the charts as usual. I like to start with the big picture and work my way into the day. And the big picture is having come off of targeted long-term support in the low to mid 120s back in early January. I had mentioned how the low 170s should be considered in reach by some point in 2023. And we are well on our way there, despite the fact that we've shown a couple of weeks now of weakness coming off those highs. On the way up, we had a meaningful buy signal, actually a couple of them, about a month ago or so, above a speed line, long-term speed line, presently at 137.62. And then about a week later, above the equally meaningful trend-defining 142.11 channel top. And that's well below the market in the low 140s. We may actually see that area over the next week or so below 147.82. 147.82 is this former channel bottom that you can see. It lines up nicely presently with the low of the high. And 147.93 on the same chart is a descending 1/3 speed line that's been containing the highs this week so far, Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday, we pushed through it in a meaningful way, but we certainly backed off to close below it. The 147.82 to 147.93 area is your resistance for the week, below which the swing trade, the 3 to 5 day swing trade, remains bearish, expecting 142.11 by the end of next week. Once again, 142.11 is this former long-term channel bottom. Now, as it turns out, coinciding with 142.11 is this rising 1/3 speed line that is at 143.83. That is a 2/3 speed line. So this area, 142.11 to 143.83, remains a 3 to 5 day objective below 147.82. So if you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, you're selling, you're shorting, you're being short below 147.82, anticipating the lower 140s, 142.11 to 143.83 over the next 3 to 5 days, where not only can profits be taken, but long entry can be placed in anticipation then for bullish continuation into April trade off of the low 140s. 142.11 to 143.83 is a long-term support area that above which the low 170s actually remain a 3 to 5 month upside objective. Now, if we, over the next week or two, close below 142.11, this market can show progressive weakness as we move into April-May trade. Yes, 137.62 is still there, could potentially contain the move low for Q2, but I think that if we close below 142.11, you cannot bet on that. And if you're getting long in the low 140s and we close below 142.11, it is time to liquidate that long position and perhaps reach for 120, 125 out of the money puts once again. And that would become kind of a 3 to 5 week objective below 142.11, where we can certainly bottom out through the year and turn up again from there. But we're a long way from that. We haven't even tested yet that 142.11 area, which is once again preceded by a rising 2/3 speed line at 143.83. So for the day itself, assuming we hold below 147.82, 144.69 is in reach. That would be a meaningful sell-off today and not a significant one. It can contain at least intraday, possibly daily selling pressures. And if we break 144.69, we could actually test the 143.83 speed line intraday, part of a range down to 142.11. That is sort of the get long opportunity through March. Now, you're short if you're a short-term trader. If you're a day day trader. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, 147.82 down into the low 140s. Now, inversely, if we push or open today above 147.93, 150.28 is likely. We could top out there through the balance of the day, but know that as the day wears on, and if we're trading clearly above 147.93, this market can run even higher. And if we close today above 147.93, after having closed below 147.82 and then closing above this speed line, I do think we've got a 3 to 5 day rally to 153.22. And that's where the 3 to 5 day swing trade reverses and goes from being short down into the low 140s to being long into the lower 150s. 153.22, just a 2-star resistance. In other circumstances, it may be considered a 3-star weekly resistance area. But given the overall still bullish dynamic above the low 140s, I'd like to keep it light. But, if you in your mind want to call it a weekly resistance area, able to potentially contain buying through next week, and then we fall off from there because that may well play out, have at it. You don't really have a strong argument from me. But the 3 to 5 day swing trade turns bullish with a settlement today above 147.93, 153.22, then expected within 3 to 5 days, where we could top out into later, possibly through next week. And if settled above 153.22, would present a nice 1 to 2 week buy signal into the lower 160s. Lower 160s, long-term descending 2/3 speed line in combination with a 5/8 Fibonacci. You could say that holding above 142.11 will keep the low 160s in reach by the end of April. And as I just mentioned, a mere settlement above 153.22, say between now and the end of next week, should yield the low 160s by the end of March, where we can top out on a weekly basis, possibly monthly basis, possibly fall off. But just keep in mind this 170s is calling the market. The question is, for me anyway, not if, but when. And if we were to close above 160.49 over the next, month or two, we're probably just another 3 to 5 weeks away from reaching 172.67. So there is the possibility that we could reach it actually by mid-year, as I've said, following that settlement above 142.11. Anything I say beyond this will be repetitious. Check out that daily Triple Q and daily SPY report for free today on our YouTube channel. And I'll just leave it at that for Wednesday's daily Apple report. You have a great evening.